we're going to be talking about today. Joining me on the set is Chuck from the art team, as well as Tina and AJ from the design team as well. How you all doing today?
Great.
You okay, Chuck?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Just making sure, a little bit concerned there. So for you guys at home, are you interested in
Is he
what's
winking?
going to start things off where we always do with skin content.
Y-O-O-O-O.
Is Let the Heavens Rave. Yes, Zeus
Oh, yeah.
is finally
Yes.
here in all his glory. Chuck, I
DJ
believe
Zeus.
this was a community request that we finally did, right?
It is. It is. That's exactly what it is.
And so why did it take so freaking long for it to happen?
You know, we have a whole schedule of things that determine when we need what.
It is. It's a complicated
So it's
process.
a complicated process.
But right now is rave time.
Yes.
Oh,
it is.
shit.
That's the key, and here he is.
Look
in
at his
all
hair.
glory in game right now.
Damn.
He's got his
Amazing.
own fog machine. He's got his ground effects.
Those are
shoes.
bubbles.
Bubbles coming off.
Bubbles.
He's got light tube technology.
Man, it takes me all the way
Light
back to the 90s.
headphones, I like it.
Headphones. I mean,
Jamming.
The sunglasses as well.
Right.
Oh, look at that shield.
as a note, we almost went with young Zeus, but DJing out the beard was way funnier.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know,
yeah.
man.
Listen,
Middle-aged.
Zeus has been raving for years already, okay? So he should be a little bit older by now, in my opinion.
The beard is just a key part of Zeus as a god, you know? Can't cut that.
Well, let's have a
true.
Except
little
when we
look
made young Zeus, but shh.
at
Right.
some of the abilities involved in this as well.
Why does this not feel like
There's
it's
basic
source?
attacks for you guys at home.
This is source. The fuck?
Always how glowy on the ground.
The targeters, yeah. Targeters trying to change colors. Really nice.
Let's see if he hits a camp or something. He
Little
should.
ravey gradient. DJ Zeus, the logo.
The cool kids right now would be saying he's dropping the beat with those auto attacks.
I love the auto attack sound. It sounds great.
It does sound really good. Shield go down too?
Oh,
Man,
now
oh,
we're
yeah.
going.
Okay, that's awesome.
I haven't actually heard this
Just
yet.
keep dropping that pawn over and over.
Harris did a good job, dude. Yo, it actually plays music? That's
Oh,
fucking dope.
Yeah.
So for you guys at home, when you're playing
Look
against
at
this
that
skin,
equalizer technology.
it's
That is awesome.
Technicolor.
That's pretty fucking
ultimate?
dope, dude.
No, you're in a tight
Look at the
space.
ult!
Open an open
What?
space.
Drop
Space,
that
come on,
shit.
Come on.
Oh gosh.
You know what line
Drop that
stops?
shit.
Let's do it.
Tight space.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, that's
This
fucking
skin. I'm not saying this
awesome.
This patch, but all I saw was Cardo.
Bro, this is one of the best skins they released in so long. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome.
Oh god. Look at that.
No
That is
shortage of
great.
effects.
Oh my
The
gosh.
slow loving by the effects team,
That
Mike.
was amazing.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
This is really well done. Well, let's move on to what Tina did in the part of this skin. I believe you were involved in some of the voice pack here.
Yes.
Tina, if this is bad, you know who to blame. If it's
Wait,
good,
what? No, listen. Okay?
Okay.
It was really hard to channel my inner DJ, and I just went online and I was like, man, how am I gonna figure out this voice pack? And I just looked up shit DJ say.
Okay.
And
Stuff.
yeah,
Stuff.
it was
Okay.
great.
Things DJs
I got
say.
a lot of stuff from
Shit,
it.
you held up
DJ.
one
She said
finger.
shit.
poop things, DJ Zeus.
They're all covering it. Yo, Tina's awesome. I love
I
Tina.
had to put some, you know, I had to put them in
This
there.
club is packed! Bro, I'm the headliner. Defend middle lane. Who do I look like? I don't take requests. I can make a sick remix out of your constant whining. Yo, your mixtape was trash. Everyone's going wild for dubstep. Stop dropping Godstep. Oh. Yeah!
Dang.
Yeah!
Oh, that's great.
Of course it's got a bleep in it. It's Tina's skin.
It does.
We need a bleeper for her all the
Oh,
time.
there's a bunch of bleeps in there.
Yo, is there a
Surprise.
special emote, Pawn?
Now, I was about to move on to that. There is a special Heavens Rave Zeus VXG already.
Oh, that's awesome.
That
There
is
he goes, what?
Nice.
what? Bro, this skin is
That's gonna fill all
so
those
good.
Slow moments
Also
of
come with the skin as
waiting
well.
for the match to start.
And that's
As
a look.
soon as the game loads in, before you buy any items, just hit that for your team, you know?
Get the dance tracks going.
Man,
overall.
I'm
That's
gonna
the
have to
main
play
thing.
some Zeus.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
This is one of the best skins that they've released.
Free rank
Legit.
game on purpose now.
Best. Oh my
Not
gosh.
because he's OP, just because I don't want people to use the skin. That's all.
Well,
just to be annoying.
troll him.
I
you
mean
are
like
such
that.
a nice, cuddly person.
That
That is
Too
me.
loud,
That
too.
is me. The cuddly part is correct. The rest is not. That's about it.
Obviously.
However, along with the Zeus new skin of the Heaven's Rave, he will also get some mastery updates as well.
No one
come on,
cares.
Zeusy boys,
As
can
we
have a
do,
look at those.
updating the gods that get other things with the standard things.
Yeah.
He's probably been here for a
Yeah.
while, right? Got masteries a long time ago. So this
Look
is gonna
how
look nice.
wet and sleek his male musculature is.
Well, he's in the middle of a
It's amazing.
thunderstorm, so.
He's like a seal.
I wish my grandpa looked like that.
Did we just come
I
to
wish-
seal?
Why?
What did she just say? What
yeah.
the hell?
And there's a golden version for you.
Did
boys
she just
and
say she
girls at
wished her
home. Have a look at
grandpa
that.
looked like that? What
Then
the
we should
hell?
also have the
Golden
legendary
bolts.
as well. And the
Oh,
diamond.
nice.
I'm still sad that I realized only too late after HRX that I need to dress up my dad as Zeus
Did your dad look like Zeus?
because
little
he's a
Zeus?
Santa Claus. Yeah, so
I wasn't sure if you were saying
Santa
your dad-
Claus equals Zeus. I just need to make him a robe and
We
get
could
him an
probably
LED lightning bolt to hold.
hire him as a featured cosplayer next year.
Amazing.
Pretty sure Tina's like engaged or married
Yeah,
or
so
something.
Look at those. You get a nice little 180 of that one up front
Yeah,
as well.
these look
The
great.
Diamonds on.
So much beef.
So much diamond as well.
I just want that Heaven's Rave music just playing the background of the
Yeah,
whole
right?
show. It's catchy.
Music theme.
Just leave it on.
Need to
in
get
the
that
background. Yeah, that's a good point.
happening.
It needs to happen. Well, let's look at Zeus. Next up is going to be another new skin for final boss Thanatos.
Oh, yeah.
And in good fashion as well, he legit looks like a final boss that I've seen before in the past. That's for sure.
Why is there another
Dark
Thanatos skin?
and sexy Thanatos.
He might remind you of
He's
many
so,
different final
He's
bosses.
Yeah,
so
dude.
For sure.
troubled. He's so troubled. He's damaged goods.
So angsty.
Yeah.
This one turned out so well, too.
He looks fantastic. I've not seen him in game again, so I'm excited to see what he looks like in game and in all his glory with his wings. The wings in the card look great, so hopefully it feels the same in game, and it does.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Actually, a pretty good skin.
Look at him. He's like, none of my girlfriends understand me.
Is he petting his
That's true.
scythe?
His scythe.
He loves his scythe.
Of course he does.
That's how he
Aw.
Those are
reaps
big
souls.
wings,
Those
dude.
wings look
Listen to
really
you. When
cool.
you're alone, sometimes you stroke your weapon, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay, just in case.
Just the shaft, though.
What the
Wow,
fuck,
You know which
dude?
team you're talking about, guys.
See, I pushed at it, Chuck, and you just went too far.
Oh
See?
my
He's a classy
gosh.
guy, all right?
Can you
All right.
go too far?
Well, Pawn's an expert Thanatos, so we should see some good gameplay here. Oh, there was some feathers.
some
Some
flapping.
plumage.
Yeah.
I do see some plumage coming off, that's for sure. There's a
Throw
basic
some
attack.
size. I like the
You're
auto
used to
attack.
seeing if against any Thanatos player. And then if he misses his ultimate, then you're really looking like any Thanatos player as well. But let's have a look at the Death Cipher as well. Speed up.
It's just blue. Cool colors. I like the colors.
It's a nice bright blue color palette. It goes really well with it.
Yes, we actually had to redesign the emissives to make sure that Thanatos was a different color than the other Thanatai.
Yeah, this is
A flock of Thanatoses is Thanatai.
Pods or
Thanatostes.
That's the best jungle clear I've seen Pompon do all year.
Daytona, you missed the Thanatos ult last night. Get out of here.
Get him, Pawn. Get him. If only we could get Odin Bot to blink away from you at that time. Oh, that'd be so funny.
This also, I believe, comes with a voice pack as well, is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, let's have a little
An
listen into
edgelord.
that as well.
Voice pack.
I might just spare you. How
What's
impressive.
just popped up on the screen?
I am the last face you'll see.
Ooh, I like that one.
Defend middle lane.
And he has a face now, so that's
That makes sense.
fitting.
He finally
Yeah.
does.
No mask.
Your
Although I love
crimes
his angry
against
mask.
myself and this world are not forgotten. You will pay for what you have done. You thought you could destroy the land and not suffer the consequences. I'm just a boy who loves his mother. Is that so wrong?
That's
I'm not compensating for anything. It's
I
just
don't know
a
what
really
state
long
you
sight.
grew up in, Tina, but, you know, like, that is wrong in some places.
That was a lot of backstory for just some
There
jokes and
really
taunts.
is.
You know,
It was.
he's
I
a
don't
villain,
really
but
like
he really
the
feels like his
skin.
actions are justified. He clearly has some
Attachment
developmental
to his mother.
some issues, some
Yes,
some.
he's got, you know, he's a mama's boy.
He's got some complexes. That's a perfect last boss portrait, really. Final
Yeah.
boss.
Well, that's, a
None of
little,
my girlfriends have ever understood me.
that's a little... But my mum has, quite
Yeah.
clearly.
She's the
Yeah.
only
That's
one.
And that's why he has
No
to
one can
compensate with
get-
his scythe.
No one can match up.
And that's Thanatos. Next up, we can move on then to
Yeah.
Conqueror Nike, or Nike, whichever way you want to call it. There's a little look
I
at
prefer
her.
Nike.
Beautiful.
Ooh. Oh, yes.
That
The-
weapon looks really dangerous.
Oh, wait until you see it swinging around in game. It's like on
The
fire
flag,
and stuff.
as Chris Larson says, the
A
flag.
flag.
And the hair really was one of the key focal points for this one.
And the crystal wings.
What was the key focal point with
Oh,
the hair?
damn. That's a
She has a
big
different
fucking
hairstyle.
whatever the fuck it is.
Okay. I was like, what was
It's
it?
a
Was
little
it
less
fucking-
Ruby Rose and more. Not.
Ruby
A little more
Rose.
traditional.
More Andre Agassi is what I can tell.
She kind of looks like she has a workout band around her. She's about to, you know, like in
It's
the
a circlet.
in the 80s.
It's an
No?
angelic armor piece. All right?
People in chat saying
Alright,
her hair
sorry.
is lovely, so we seem
Oh,
to
Yeah, her hair's
that's
lovely.
great.
Look at that.
Yeah, I love
Hit
the
that
rainbow
marker for
wings
now.
too. That looks
Yeah,
awesome.
they turned out really cool.
What is that weapon?
And she has full armor this time, boys.
Her armor's pretty full.
Yeah, more full than her unfull.
yeah.
Oh, that's
This
pretty dope.
Weapon
I like
swings
the
are really
I like the
great,
swings.
too.
Ooh, yeah, sexy.
Yeah, that's really good actually.
Go Edward. Shout out to Edward. He's probably not watching the patch notes. Show hard at work.
Well, if you do know Edward, give him a shout out when you see him.
Chuck, give me shout outs to all our effects artists.
Salisbury.
So there's a look at Ren for you.
Power it up.
Nice and glowy. The leap.
Sweet. So when you're being OP, you can look OP.
Yes,
Quick leap.
I agree, chat. Definitely thick.
Is that what
Thick.
they saying?
Yeah.
She doesn't seem stupid to me.
No.
Oh
she
my
meant-
gosh,
I think they
Hindu
mean
man.
I know what
Okay,
they meant,
okay, I'm
Tina.
sorry.
Oh,
Oh, Tina. You're so sweet and innocent sometimes.
What? When does that
Look at-
happen?
oh yeah. The wings and the armor and stuff is
Oh
really
yeah, it
cool.
looks
The extra
cool. Look,
glow.
she has the helmet
Oh
on.
shit, that helm is dope.
Now this
I like
also
the helm.
Again, do it
Yeah,
again.
do it one more time.
Do it again, bud.
I like the helm. I do like the wings get bigger too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the helmet looks dope.
Oh
Now,
yeah, she's pretty
Now
fearsome.
I wish she always had a helmet on.
well, let's listen to the voice pack as well.
But we need the helmet for the gameplay tell,
I
Tina.
know.
Ayena Ristavin! I applaud you.
Is she going to speak more Lord of the Rings Elvish?
Superb.
Just that one time.
All I do is win. 3 of you against me. Let's go. Okay, so why did the gods invent wine? So Bacchus could never win any battles.
Okay.
And there you go.
That laugh.
With the Nike Conqueror skins going to be
The
available.
laugh
Next
was
up
good.
on the list, we've got a few more to still give you today. Swashbuckler Susano is going to be here.
Oh yeah.
That's
This
a
one's-
pirate. That's a real pirate.
Why did they take the steering wheel out of me pants?
'cause
Because
it's-
it was driving me nuts.
Oh, nice.
I think that's a
Ah, ah.
tier. That's a privateer
is.
joke.
But it's
Ah.
good to
It's
do
a
in
classic-
the pirate
classic
voice.
one.
But now
Like,
we can continue to fill out the whole pirate theme. We've got Sobek and Tyr and Susano. I believe there's others as well, right?
Oh, there's a bunch. Yeah,
There's
Kali,
Neith,
Vulcan.
Kali.
This is just the newest edition,
Mm-hmm.
and you know he's got a little bit of a different flair to him too, as far as the other pirates go.
I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
Yeah, same.
Yes, this
Mm,
pirate
know
might
yeah.
be familiar to you.
can't quite
I
put
have
my
heard
of
finger
him.
on
He
it.
might own a very black ship.
His booty be the best booty.
But I have heard of him. That's all I could really tell you. So that's his base model, obviously, with his...
I know they're joking about
standing
ripping
pose
off
where
a
he's
fucking
chilling.
movie
Well,
character,
this
dude.
casual, laid-back Susanoo, you know, goes
Yeah.
well with this type of pirate as well. It's nice.
That's a giant ass sword.
All right, Pawn, run around and do some cool stuff.
Show us cool stuff, Pom Pom.
The exact same, with some water behind him on the dash.
Oh yeah, he does that.
That is great.
He does individual hose.
Oh yeah.
I've got your
You
back.
can
He's got
interpret
lots
it
of
any
hose.
way you want.
Bitch, that's Jack Sparrow.
Oh!
That was maybe even a yo-ho-ho.
So it's yo ho ho, not ho ho ho. I was gonna say.
No, there's many. There's yo ho.
All the abilities
or
are
you
the
can do
same, so
hose
that's not
hose.
fun.
All varieties of
You
hose.
can do hose.
Oh, Tina, you did a lot of research for this voice pack,
Oh,
didn't
I
you?
know I did.
Good
I
job.
really like the watery swirl
It's
there,
very
Chuck.
aquatic.
It turned out
It's an
really
aquatic
well.
theme.
And still stormy, like Susanoo.
Yes. Stormy seas in this case.
And the ultimate as well.
Very nice.
I tried to
Great.
make him sound
yeah,
drunk too.
yeah,
So.
no, that was good. I like
Just
it.
a little bit. Yeah, it sounds
a little
good.
battening down of the hatches. So when you were doing the VO, were you like, more drunk?
Yes.
Nice.
Just had shots available in the recording studio, I hope.
Fantastic look at that skin as well. And this one's going to be available too. And he's got a voice pack with him as well. So
Cool.
let's listen to Swashbuckler Susano.
That's a good one.
Have some rum.
That was good.
Have some rum.
Have some rum.
Bountiful.
Have some rum.
I be notorious.
Sharks, sea monsters, your granny, they all fear me.
I got a tattoo of your wife on me house.
I
Why
was
is
back.
pirating so addictive?
I thought they
They
cut that
say
out.
once you lose your first hand, you get hooked. What
Ah.
did the first mate see down the toilet? The captain's log.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I had to,
Tina,
AJ.
that's such a
I'm
Tina
sorry, I
joke.
had to.
That's a good joke. That's a good one. That's actually really good.
I really thought we were
That
out
was
of
pretty
pirate
good,
jokes.
actually.
I believe
I'm
I
sorry.
even heard Fish proclaim that at one point, but your
I
ability
did
to
it.
keep finding more pirate jokes is absolutely unbelievable to me.
I made some. I gotta make some stuff up sometimes, you know.
That was
I've
pretty
struggled
good.
with it before. It's tough, but well done.
Do we have enough pirates now for an entire?
Oh,
we have more.
This is like the 7th or 8th one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's at least, I think there's one in every class too, so you could actually play a reasonable, balanced pirate team.
Well, there's a
All right,
pirate,
Pon.
but I think if we're going to have a pirate, we should also have a wizard. And that's
Okay.
exactly...
yes.
Okay.
All right,
Yes,
calm down,
yes,
Ingrid.
yes,
Calm
yes,
down.
finally.
Calm down. Calm
Okay,
down.
I'm calming down.
Less
Guan,
than 3.
I have been waiting for this for so long.
after seeing the
He
card art,
has.
I have been waiting for this for so long and didn't realize it either. Guan, the unicorn.
What
Guan
the
Yu.
fuck
Yes,
is
he
that?
rides a freaking unicorn. Is going to be available in this patch as well.
Look how
What is-
whimsical he is.
Who's
Look
so
how
happy.
whimsical he is.
I remember you wanted
Who was
this
sat
like
in
3 years
design and
ago.
went, you know what? He needs to ride a unicorn and look like a wizard.
It was Chuck.
Well,
It's
so
all you,
it was a
Chuck.
combination of factors.
Yes.
The Guan unicorn discussion had come up a large number of times, and then I realized that Guan Yu's skeleton matches being a wizard because he already has a beard
That's
and
true.
robes
That's true.
and a big staff thing.
But we had some other concepts that were more traditional fantasy wizards, and we had some other
And
concepts
I
more
was like,
unicorn,
nope,
like crazy, like
We're going
techno.
full whimsical cartoon.
Chuck brought them together
My Little Pony unicorn.
in a beautiful
It's
way.
happening.
The dream.
All
And
right.
Look at this! Look at this weapon.
Look at that
and
weapon,
armor set
dude.
He's got. It's just awesome.
It's like a massive crystal that he's found in a cave or something.
Oh yeah, magic
And
crystals.
it's rainbow.
And it's rainbow. Oh, this
Look at it! Listen.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
Like how they're dropping frames by doing this, though. That auto attack is dropping
Magic
frames. What the
sparkles from
fuck?
Conviction as well.
From them, not from me.
So great.
The effects.
It's really good.
FX team really just hit every single one out of the park.
Oh, the
here.
whole pack.
That is awesome.
I mean, yeah, of course, the modeling and animation too.
Bro, that's so good. What the hell is high res? Who did high res hire?
Papa
The,
Chuck.
yeah, the
Who
amount
really
that
did
I'm
this?
excited about this particular skin. I also play a fair amount of Guan Yu, so this is just going to be
Yeah.
so enjoyable.
He's one of my favorite
Look
warriors
how
too.
Okay.
Sparkly he is.
Oh, that passive.
High res
That's
definitely
awesome.
brought in somebody new
Stop
for this. Like,
Hulk
let's stop
pushing
lying
it
to
back.
ourselves.
Come on, get on the horse.
Yes.
So, I can see the unicorn. I want to see the actual unicorn. No, I want to see it from the front.
He did say his horse was amazing. Yes, he
job.
did.
He's got
Of
his
course he
own
had to.
magical
Yes,
unicorn.
high
Can we do it in slow-mo
song.
there, Pon, maybe?
He's going to.
Yeah,
So we
boy.
can really see this
Oh,
unicorn.
look at that. I was about to say a bad word.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Unicorn
He's
horns
going
there,
to-
but
Just barely.
Just barely
It's
cleared it.
pooping rainbows?
Oh
It's
yes.
pooping rainbows.
Yeah, so we'll lose a little bit of that in the slow-mo, but there's a
Aw,
nice
sad.
rainbow effect that'll chase the horse. That's what the magical unicorn looks like.
Go,
there.
Pon, go.
There he
Oh
is.
my
yes.
gosh.
Rainbow flatulence as its best.
Does it taste like raisins, though?
Yes, I mean.
Raisins.
Yeah.
What?
Gotta
Wouldn't
taste
it
like
taste
raisins.
like marshmallows? Like
Maybe.
multicolored marshmallows?
Sour Patch Kids.
That's pretty good, dude. I
Or
like it.
lemonade. You know where I'm
Maybe.
going.
I know where you were
No,
going. Tina.
no,
We're not going in that
no.
direction. Thank you very much. This is a family show over here.
I want to hear this guy.
Okay, okay.
I want to hear this guy.
Let's listen to the voice back as well, then.
You're better than most.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh, fabulous! Oh, fabulous!
Nice.
I'm a wizard!
Well done.
Now that line
You
right
could
there
handle my charm.
was how we got Tina, how we got the wizard thing together, she's like, "What's he like?" And I'm like, "He says, I'm a wizard."
It was what defined his whole character, really.
And then we had that exchange like 10 times for.
This skin is badass. I think the Zeus one's better. This skin's very close though.
Have we got any more lines left to say there?
I want some jokes.
Yeah, do some jokes sometime.
You guys got to be quiet.
Special about you. Oh, shush. If you don't have a long, silky beard like mine, you are not a wizard. Don't park your unicorn there. Violators will be towed. Ribbit, ribbit. Get
All right.
And there is the Guan Unicorn skin. But not only that, Guan Yu is also getting a mastery update as well, I believe.
No one cares.
As we do.
Probably.
I discovered LSD.
Unicorn back to base, pon.
Ooh, nice. Looking scary.
There's the golden Guan Yu card art.
Fierce, bro.
We should be able to show off all 3 of the models for the mastery updates for Guan Yu in-game as well, before we move on. There you go. So regal, so handsome, so deadly. But he's not a wizard on a unicorn, is he? Let's be honest.
Yeah,
I don't think I can ever look at Guan Yu again and feel the same way unless he
handsome,
rides a unicorn.
It's one of those skins that's just like, you can't imagine playing other skins anymore. Where you're just like, I gotta be Guan Unicorn as much as I possibly can.
It's the same way Zeus, you have to be Heaven's Rave Zeus now. There's no other Zeus that can
if you have it, there's no other outfit.
We're probably getting close to a full rainbow team now too, which would just be amazing.
Rainbows.
Oh yeah, just kawaiis and unicorns and
no kawaiis. They don't count.
And dubstep all over the place. Yeah, they do. They do.
We need a whole set of fantastical things now.
Were you one of the Kawaii Scotty haters?
I was.
Oh,
I was.
Yeah.
That was so polarizing. That skin.
Bless your heart.
I'm
so
sorry.
polarizing.
That and Bastet, both for me, no. Just put them in a ditch and bury them alive. That's fine by me.
Well, you can just play your Diamond Guan and try hard and all right.
Oh, also,
why is he Terra?
that's why we switched to Terra, because I forgot about this bit. There is a new dance emote available for Terra for all you Terra players out there. Let's see what she'll do when she's dancing. What dance is this, by the way? I know most of the time the dances are off something.
So this one was actually hotly debated by the community because she dances in her victory screen.
Yeah.
Lots of people were like, what dance is this? It's not actually a reference to anything.
I think
and,
we
I know
all
you
could
don't
have
believe
figured
us.
this
We
out.
do it a lot of references, but this one, I've talked to Animation. I heard it was just their own creation.
Okay.
And it was actually,
Who the
they
fuck
danced it out
danced like
themselves
that?
to get the feel for it.
The more you know.
So that's one that I've seen lots of speculation about.
Right. Awesome then. Well, that's it for all we have for the skins this week. And yeah, final thoughts on the skins, guys? What was your favorite one? That's a hard choice, actually. That's why I'm like, what's your favorite? Really? More than Heaven's Rave Zeus? That's a debate.
I mean,
they're so close for me. It's a really tough call.
Yeah, the Zeus skin is awesome, but I've been waiting for Guan Unicorn for so long that
I feel like I've been playing more mages lately, so I'll go with Zeus, but it's tough.
Okay, well, I'm going to head over to Taco real quick for a quick breakdown as we get ready for the next segment. We'll be back in a few moments.
To Taco?
Thank you so much, Hindu. And I mean, as much as I love those skins, I can't help but notice how comfortable all those chairs look. But for those of you who are just now tuning in, I do want to go ahead and let you guys know all we've covered so far is the skin segment. So in case you guys missed it, we do have some very interesting skins coming out. My favorite would probably have to be the Zeus one, to say the least. And ultimately, I mean, there's just no way for you guys to not love any of these new skins that are coming out. I know that that's something that the community is always continuing to express non-stop support for, and I've got to say, design team, you guys did an excellent job with all of these. I mean, between Swashbuckler Susano and the Guan Unicorn, there's just so much to be excited for, and I know I can't wait to get into game and go ahead and give a lot of these guys a go, because that's probably one of my favorite parts, if anything, is if you look good, you're going to play good, and I need all the help that I can get, especially. So without any further ado, though, this isn't the only new things that we have coming. We're actually going to be having Hindeman coming in live with some more Smite adventures, and I'm sure that you guys are pretty excited to hear all about it.
What the fuck is the point
of
this?
So let's go ahead and check it out.
Thanks so much, Taco, for wasting everyone's time. That's all we want you to do. As you can see in front of us, though,
it's
there is a
clumsy!
desk.
Was that clumsy?
Just for Taco.
I think I just saw clumsy. I love clumsy.
Use it, however, as it is miniaturized to fit her. as you can tell.
So that
me
was
right
awkward
now
as
Travis,
fuck, by the way. Like,
it's Clumsy, as you'll know.
Clumsy!
Matt as well.
I love Clumsy!
Are here to bring us some exciting new content as well this patch, which we've not really spoke about just yet, which is called Smite Adventures. I guess Travis should start off. What exactly is Smite Adventures?
PvE.
Well, as you know, the last time I was here was end of last year.
Fafnir, right?
Yeah, something about Fafnir, yeah.
PvE.
We introduced Shington's Mountain first and Fafnir's Wonderland shortly after, which introduced a new game mode that a lot of players were able to come in and play a new game mode that hadn't been seen before. So basically what we did was, based on the success of that, we thought, what if we took a whole team and dedicated it exclusively to new game modes and new adventures? So that's where the idea for Adventures came.
Okay. So these adventures, we're going to start things off with Knight's
capture the flag. That's even more boring.
Patch here as well.
Sorry.
Clumsy, adventures. How often are we going to be seeing these adventures? Because we start with Knight's Valley of Victory, which we'll get into exactly what that's going to be in a moment. But what exactly?
Capture the flag is going to be troll as fuck for viewer games.
Adventure is going to be Knight's Valley of Victory. And that's going to be coming up this patch, of course. And it's going to be going around for around 4 weeks. And then after that, there'll be a 2-week time where we're going to be teasing the next adventure. So we're looking for around 4 weeks on and then 2 weeks off.
Okay, so as long as everything goes into place, it should be 4 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
That's the plan.
Just from around at home looking at that, just to be careful. So I guess without further ado, I guess we should probably show you a little bit of an intro video of exactly what this mode is before we go into it and what you can find out in this. I'm just waiting for production to let me know we can go to that video right now, and we can. So let's have a look at the teaser trailer.
Welcome to Nike's Valley of Victory. Today we capture the flag. The rules are simple.
Kill him.
Just go get the flags. And they have the flag. Trying to get away. Oh, a fake out. We have the fake out. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. This is surely the craziest game I have ever seen. Oh, she is working along the sideline.
That was pretty good.
Wow. Wow! Up goes the wall. This next play will win it. Oh! 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 Here comes the ball. Where's the team? Mayday! 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 And their flag isn't home.
All right.
Nike's Valley of Victory. How exciting this is going to be looking at this overall. And you can see Travis is already here with, I'm in your base stealing your flag. Travis is going to come
Why is that a shirt?
Then. Capture the flag. Why did we just choose to do this mode for the opening one for the year?
I don't know. It's fun.
It's just fun.
Yeah, so the first thing that we wanted to do, with these adventures is focus on really fun new gameplay experiences that we haven't seen before in Smite. So one of the obvious ones, you know, taking a page out of the Tribes of Sin book, we decided to add Capture the Flag.
Capture the Flag is going to be here as well. Now, obviously, Matt is on the set with us as well. Matt's in charge of helping with map design and things, and you actually helped to come up with the map that we see for this game. So it's going to have a specific map for this game.
Yes.
And tell me a little bit about what went into that and what the design of this map is.
Yeah, so we wanted to do a whole new map for this game mode and potentially do new maps for anything else that we plan in the future, which you'll get to later. But yes, we wanted to basically create a whole new map and with whole new gameplay that centers around this new game mode because we felt that that was the most fun. We didn't want to throw us in the other maps, and we wanted to really make this event feel like its own thing and not just part of something else.
Makes a lot of sense. We should be able to get into games soon for you to show you guys a little bit of this. And we'll come back to Matt to actually look through some of the map that we're going to see here as well. Now, in the video, Clumsy, there that I did see, if we go into game now, we can do so as we continue talking here. Is Clumsy, we saw some of the gods here. There's not a whole lot of gods available for this.
Yeah, I want to know if it's 5v5, 66, what?
Absolutely. So when we were looking at our first adventure, Nike's Valley of Victory, we really wanted to focus on the gameplay and the mechanics. In fact, that's kind of what we're going to be doing.
Map looks
looking forward for all the other adventures.
Ish.
Is that what really matters is the gameplay. And so because of that, we narrowed down the god list to ones that we thought would be the most iconic and would fit this game mode the best.
Ooh.
And so we have the 5 gods you've seen in the video, and you can see one of them here. Ymir. We'll have Ymir, Hercules, Loki, Anubis, and Artemis.
Yeah, one of the things that we noticed when we were trying to create this game mode is, fun needed to be the main focus.
Yeah.
And when we started to play, we noticed that if we just allowed any god in, we wouldn't be able to do some of the cool things that we've done. So the first thing that we thought would be most fun was maybe if you pick up a flag, you actually pick up a flag. Instead of having it attached to your back, you'll see each god that picks up the flag
you lose your abilities.
Animations, and also be able to use exclusive
you have 2 new abilities.
That, are flag abilities. So the melee attack, for example, is true damage. And
just
if you're
true damage?
True damage.
True damage.
It's very true. And and so if you get close enough, you get beat down by Ymir here.
Okay.
He also has an ability that will dash forward, knocking players back. So if you notice, he's moving a little slower now.
Yeah, he's a little bit slow.
Yeah. So when he does a dash, he's going to knock players back and get some distance that allows him to maybe get the flag out.
So it's like a bit of a speed boost for himself.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit. And then the last ability that he has available to him is a flag throw.
Right.
Yep.
How far can he throw that?
He throws it about 40 feet.
Okay.
But again, for the sake of fun, this allows for some really cool gameplay because now the gods are not only flag carriers, but they're also gaining
passes,
abilities.
Receivers, and they've got extra abilities.
Yeah, right. So we've seen some really cool gameplay where those flags get passed between players and they can cap really quick, and also they can be intercepted by enemies. So
yeah, you got to be really careful there because your dash is on a 20-second cooldown, but your throw, you can throw it as many times as you're picking it up. As you can see at the icon in your mirror there, is that if you do throw the flag, you're unable to pick it back up for a couple of seconds. So you can't exactly. If you're playing Hercules or something, you can't just throw the flag and then dash towards it and pick it up right away. There's a couple of seconds where you're not able to.
Now this, obviously, we said it a little bit earlier on, Matt, about the new map here as well, but there's a sort of cave thing as well that you can go into here as well. If Pompon can show us that cave.
Yeah, take a look at the cave.
You've done as well. Do they just doors like close behind you and stuff? Or?
Boom. Yeah, so because we limited the gods, we could do a lot more cool things with the environment. So the first thing, obviously, is that we can have doors that open and close for you. And the cave, we have interiors now. You saw a little bit in the base, there's roofing in the base, but the cave is the coolest part. Since, we don't have Thor, Thanatos, Flying Ults, we can have people just run around the cave, have fun. This was supposed to be our sneaky path, and so we wanted to make it feel like that.
The Loki path is what we're going to be calling it pretty much.
The Loki path, but at the same time, if you're playing a god like Ymir and you're going to the cave, you can block someone off right with the wall, and there you go. They're not going that way anymore.
That's a good point. So, talk about the gameplay of this, just so I understand as well, because I've not asked you these questions before, is like, how many points is it going to be to when you play this game mode? Can you respawn when you die? How do I continue to sustain if I take damage, or am I
absolutely.
mana?
Well, the game mode's going to be first to 5 flag captures.
Okay.
So as soon as flag captures are going to be 5 flag captures are going to be done, then that's going to be the game end. Also, if one team's in the lead, 12 minutes will be the game timer.
Right.
But now, if there's a tie, there will be a 4-minute overtime as well.
Awesome. So 12-minute game timer, you all even up overtime to finish it off if need be. And if you can get 5 captures in under 12 minutes, jobs are good and you can move on to the next one.
That's right.
What about mana regen, and what level do you start? How much gold do we get? What's the spooling and things like that? This is important stuff.
Once you go into the game as you're one of the 5 gods, you're going to be starting off at level 20 with a lot of gold, basically. You're going to be able to buy your items inside the sanctum there with the flag, and you're going to be able to resell if you need to and buy again. Now, as you can see, there are no real healers, and there's no real ways of getting health back other than maybe Hercules' ability. But, as we can see here, there are pots littered across the battlefield that'll be able to recover some of your health and mana.
Are all the pots just healing potions?
They're actually multi-potions. They're going to be giving you back, I think, around 25% of your health and mana for each pot.
And the idea is, I guess you want to find these potions and then continue fighting. There's no reason to try and stay alive if you have mana and health.
Right, exactly, because there is a respawn system. In fact, it's a randomized respawn system that Travis made, and it's absolutely fantastic. And that means you're not going to be spawning in the same place every single time. You're going to be moving around a little bit because the battlefield is small, and it's going to be important so that if you die right next to an enemy, you don't show up right in front of their face again.
Or we just saw that little whirlwind picked up then as well. Was that like a speed boost, I'm guessing?
Yeah. Definitely what we wanted to add in this game mode are things to allow players to capture the flag quick, get out of the base as fast as possible, but also we just want people to blow people up. It's more fun to blow people up, so that's what we chose to do. So there's a damage buff in the map that gives you 40% damage
40%
for a minute.
For a minute?
Is a minute too
what
long?
the fuck?
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll find out in the grand scheme of capture the flag, I guess.
Yeah, you can blow up a lot of people.
I think a minute's fine. Cause
you get thrown over the wall, dude? Could you imagine passes over the wall? Come on.
Relics. Can you use relics and things, or is it no relics?
Yeah, so you do get a ton of money, basically. You can buy and sell your items multiple times and change out your builds.
There should be no
relics. One thing that
relics.
we wanted to limit is no relics and no consumables.
Oh.
Why no
Sweet.
relics? Why would no relics
Good.
be not included here? Because they're not fun. If someone can age us in this game mode, disclaimer. Just sorry. maybe I'm biased.
There's a long pause.
You're gonna get memed on that one. That's for sure. Wow. Don't worry. We're gonna come to be all just sat there waiting. Like, please say in this game mode. Woo.
Okay, in this game mode, sure. We didn't want people to maybe use teleport. We didn't want people to age us. We didn't want people to beads. We want the CC to be strong. We want you to be strong. We want the gameplay to be controlled and not be like, well, why didn't you pick this relic? Why didn't you pick these consumables and whatnot?
Awesome.
So we limit that. And then when you pick up the flag, those flag abilities that you saw actually go into your relic slots. So you'll use your same key bindings that you use for your relics for the flag throw and the dash.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so the fact that you're not going to be able to use relics such as beads or purification, or aegis
Beads
even.
or purification.
Beads, yeah, purification, beads, and aegis. Okay, thank you.
That's better.
We've changed their names
That's
how many times now? But that allowed us to use gods that might not have been used otherwise. So for example, Ymir and Hercules, their CC and crowd control is going to be a huge factor in this game mode.
Okay. Makes sense because can't be limited down as much as well. So let's look at the game mode as a whole. Now, this is
why is that
for everyone
portal
to
there? I
play
don't really
for
understand
free.
that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that right? You can all play this game mode?
Yeah,
Definitely.
This is the game mode will be completely free.
It's available for around 4 weeks is the schedule for this.
That's
as
right.
Well.
Yeah.
Now, not only that, though, there is a bundle that you can also purchase to go alongside with this new one. For you guys at home as well, you've already seen the Conqueror Nike skin, which we mentioned earlier in the skin section. That is part of this bundle. I'm going to break down the bundle real quick for you. You'll get 15 Team Worshipper boosters, a music theme pack to go along with this, a Banner Global Emo, which I'm going to come back to in a second, and the Conqueror Nike skin. Now, that Banner Global Emo, I believe you were telling me there's achievements in the game mode that you can play that will upgrade this emo as time goes on.
Yeah. So for this, for the adventures going forward, every adventure will include a new game mode and a new bundle of rewards that's available to players. Inside of there will be an idea for like this global emote where when you purchase it, it will have a base effects, base animation for the global emote. And as you complete some of the achievements inside of the game mode, the global emote will gain additional effects on top of that.
Okay.
To where once you unlock them all, it'll be the most glamorous looking global emote that you can achieve. Yeah.
So play the
That'd
game.
be pretty cool.
And there's also leaderboards which are free to be part of as
Leaderboards.
well.
Right.
There's going to be leaderboards that people can show how cool they are at this game mode.
Yeah, so there's going to be leaderboards attached to Nike's Valley of Victory, and now there's going to be an MMR system as well, so that it's not just based on win-loss ratio. So if you play a lot of games, but you lose a lot of games, you're not going to be on the top of the leaderboards. What matters is you win the games that matter.
Yeah. What?
I was confused by that.
Did he
say that again? Did that make perfect sense?
Does that make perfect sense? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I think you were just saying like you lose a lot of games, but as long as you win the games that matter, that's cool.
Exactly, because if you lose a lot of games and you have a win-loss ratio, you're not going to be on the top of the leaderboards.
No.
But what matters is if you win
Why
the
did they
games,
just play it off,
dude?
dude?
So if you get a high MMR, you're going to get a high.
So there is matchmaking, is what you're trying to
leaderboards.
say.
Bro, that's not all. It literally was just silent. They all were just like, "What the fuck did he just say?"
Capture the flag. Don't worry too much about it.
Right.
You will be able to go forward and like play against people who are also
no.
very good at capture the flag. But if you're good at it, then you'll face off against better people.
It's more descriptive.
Fucking done.
There's no rewards attached to the leaderboard.
no.
It's all going to be in the bundle.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, one other thing in the bundle as well.
Well, let me hit on that on the leaderboard. I just want to say that I think that the matchmaking's working. I haven't lost yet.
No.
Like, right?
Yeah, because you've been on my team for most of the games.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's working, but I mean, I don't know. The matchmaking is...
I mean, to be fair, matchmaking is always working when you're winning. Remember that. So matchmaking's working right now. If you are losing at home, make sure you send tweets at Clumsy. He can make sure his matchmaking is fixed for you, so you start winning the games again.
Yeah, no.
Matchmaking all good.
Just because I win my games doesn't mean we need to carry you for your games.
Okay. I wasn't saying me. I'm winning too. I'm a winner. However, in the bundle as well, there's one thing that we didn't touch on just yet, and it's called the gold key. And I wanted to do this one a little bit separately. It's going to be part of the bundle. The gold key itself, what exactly is this going to do, and what do I do with a gold key?
Yeah, so Adventures as a whole will have a hub, and it's going to include a vault. Okay. Inside of this vault, we will always have each Adventures bundle included in one of the doors inside of the vault.
Right.
So you'll see the Nike's Valley of Victory door inside of the vault, and you go inside there and you'll see all the rewards. Included in there is a gold key. The gold key that you get from there, you can go out into that vault again, into a gold vault door.
Right.
That includes some exclusively limited skins to only the gold vault. You take your gold key, you can unlock any of the skins that are in there, whichever one you want. Use your key on that skin and you get it. Including inside of that gold vault will be GUAN Unicorn.
Oh, so baited!
It won't be in a chest where you have to worry. You just go get it.
It's part of a bundle, so you'll get
they
the
want you to do the bundle baited.
The banner global emote, the music theme, 15 worshippers, and a gold key that will unlock in the first segment, in the first installment of the adventures. There will be GUAN Unicorn and Swashbuckler Susano will be unlockable by using your gold key in there. Now, this does not mean, I'm just going to clear this up as well, this does not mean you can't get the other skin you don't purchase, because as more adventures happen, you will unlock more gold keys that you can get hold of to unlock the other skins as well going forward.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yep, that's right. That's right.
You got it.
Awesome. This game mode looks amazing. What are you most excited about with this game mode coming out?
Capturing some flags.
Capturing flags is the main thing. You're in the base stealing them already.
Yeah, I'm already stealing your flag.
That's smart. What about you, Combs?
I think the banner emote is really cool, and also smacking people in the face with the flag.
What about you, Matt, at the end?
I want to see all the Loki players.
Oh, no.
I want to see, get them out there. Show me some videos of some sick Loki captures.
Loki mains for days. Anything else you want to add to that for the time being, or are you just excited to see it come out now?
I'm just excited. We've been working on it for a while. I think this team has created something that's just really fun, amazing. Everyone's having a lot of fun. So I'm just excited to actually play against people that are like more my competition, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
On your level.
Yeah,
bro, the goal is #1 on this game mode.
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm going to head over to Taco, who's going to stall while we get new people on the set. We don't care about Taco, really. Over to you, Taco.
This is so awkward.
Actually hurts Hindu. That...
Stop it.
Okay, anyway, as all you guys saw, that new game mode is honestly looking pretty fantastic. I know I'm more than excited to go ahead and introduce myself to some Capture the Game. Well, yeah. Capture the flag. So, if anything, I know that, like we discussed, Loki is going to be in the game mode, and honestly, I want to see some of you guys pulling out your best stuff because, like you guys, or like you all you Loki mains, I should say, I just want to watch the world burn. And it'll be the perfect opportunity if we go ahead and introduce that guy into Capture the Flag. And like they mentioned, with the opportunity for it being free to play and you guys getting a chance to unlock some really cool skins if you go ahead and participate in that, it's a really great opportunity
making me
all
feel
around.
awkward.
And like I said, we're all looking forward to it. But if anything, I've seen and heard a little bit here and there about something to do with balance changes and items that need twerk, something about Boombas. But
I can't even.
We don't really want to bother you guys too much about that, so we're just gonna go ahead and call
I
it
play in front of a camera all day long, every day, and this is the most awkward I've ever felt in front of a camera.
You guys to some of the balance changes that we have
coming
your way up very soon.
Thanks, Taco.
They need to stop doing this to her, dude. I can't handle this shit.
Man, you're so brutal.
You have to be. You break them and you build them back up. Look at you, Pon.
It's fair.
A long time ago on these patch notes show, you were useless, you were a waste of space, and now look at you.
Wow.
Look at you now. Look how far you've come.
I guess I did use Slowbo and Camera Rove, and I didn't crash in the middle of the patch notes.
See? Welcome to the new patch notes set, I should say, and now it's on for the patch notes itself with the item balance and changes to Conquest that you always like to love in here as well. We're going to get straight on with it, and as you can see, I've got a few pieces of paper here to run through. And we're going to start things off with, I believe, miscellaneous.
Yep,
is where we should start. And we'll start off with Tower's backdoor protections are no longer removed by God Pets.
Yeah, so this one is actually probably the biggest mischange.
Yes, it's about time.
Yeah,
that's
so
that shit, Scotty shit,
There's backdoor protection
nuanced
kind of
shit.
invisible rule that exists in Smite where the towers are a lot tankier.
Hell
When you don't have
yeah.
any minions around or god pets around. And that was something that's just kind of invisible, as well as it made a few characters really, really, really potent at backdooring, which is kind of a frustrating experience to have happen to you in general. And so we're just removing that. We are aware, however, though, that some characters kind of relied on that. Like new WAs, clay soldiers, for example, where boss deck dropping cats on the tower in the late game could just easily push something. So we're looking at all the characters that were affected, and we're making balance changes to 2 of them. Which are actually new on Bastet.
Okay.
And we're holding off on things like Bakasur or Vulcan.
Just to see how they do it.
Bro, if they make Bastet good, I hate fucking Smite. If that happens, I will hate it.
The oracles, or you can eat the fire elemental camp, and that's something we want to watch before we make any more adjustments. So.
Okay, so for now, backdoor protection's removed from pets. We'll see how this goes going forward. We'll move on to items next, and the first thing to state as well is aura items. Now, this is a big change overall. Not a big change, but a whole list, I should say, of things that happen. Do you want to explain a little bit about what we're doing here? Yeah,
so aura items are 2 things. One was they were inconsistent whether they applied to all characters or only just minions. And so now anything that would give or remove stats is going to be affecting only gods now.
Okay.
So Nuaz, Clay Soldiers.
Oh, that's because of Pythags. That's why.
Minions won't be affected by Sovereignty Aura.
Pythags is making Nuwa minions hit really, really hard.
And Emperor's Arm.
So Mystical Mail and Emperor's Arm will still do things in relation to other things in the map other than gods. But Heartwood Amulet, Pestilence, Pythagorean's Piece, Sovereignty, Void Shield, Void Stone, and Ward Stone will no longer... will only now apply to gods, I should say, to clear that one up as well. Next up on the list is Hand of the Gods. Fix the description stating this relic did no damage to jungle bosses.
Yeah, we added damage back to it. We didn't change the description. Now we've changed the description.
Next up is a ritual change. This is going to be Frenzied Ritual, first of all. Frenzied Ritual reduced the duration of this ritual from 10 seconds down to 5 seconds.
Yeah, so this kind of encompasses like rituals in general. They're these things that you spend a lot of money on, but you get a very powerful effect for.
Take them out of the
but
fucking game.
When you get 2 characters in your team and have 20 seconds of this benefit, chaining it together, it was something that was really, really potent. There was an opportunity for counterplay because they were just always buffed. And so now if teams want to actually chain for that duration, they have to invest a lot more team-wide gold.
No, just take them out of the game. You can still insta-kill Fire Giant with that shit.
In terms of the rituals, we're also going to be having a look at Rallying Ritual. This is one that we had an idea of, and I've seen a lot of people talk about it as well through forums and things. Rallying Ritual can no longer be used on someone that is already being teleported to, but not only that, Rallying Ritual can no longer be used on someone that is currently being teleported to.
Yes.
So you can't chain these together or all jump to the same person and end the game.
Yeah, when there were discussions happening, that was like the idea was to make it so that you can't all the team can't teleport to the same person, and then someone was like, but what if I just teleport to the person teleporting?
And
so you can't do that either.
all the way through.
Yeah, so we fixed it so you can't do that. If you want to actually do the kind of Titan push, which is this change is really meant to like stop.
Yep.
You're going to have to invest 2 people, maybe a ward down there to get the rest of your teammates in there. It's not
these
just a
changes don't do
more
shit.
investment to be able to use the Rallying Ritual correctly. Next up on the list is another change that was mentioned earlier on. Bumba's Mask is getting hit this patch, or is it a buff or a nerf? We'll find out.
I would say this is a buff and a frustration factor removal.
Well, let's have a little look at it. It's going to be Bumba's Mask will now only apply the passive bonus health and mana gold to the closest god with Bumba's Mask that is within assist range of a defeated jungle monster camp. So if I've got 2 people with Bumba's Mask as an example on the same team, whoever's closest is going to get the heal.
Yes, whoever was closer, and as long as they're in assist range, you can't be across the map and use attention for this. You have to be within the assist range.
By assist range, it's very similar to, I just want to check this right, is it kind of like supports when they tag a wave and leave?
Yeah.
As long as the wave is still technically tagged by them, it still counts as them getting a heal.
Yeah, that would also count for assist range too.
Cool. So if nobody else has Bumbas, obviously.
Yeah, you'll get it. And
so
yeah, this is mainly because like the whole
It should have been how it was to begin with.
In the first place is Bumba's at 500. If it just heals your entire team and gives them bonus gold for killing camps, it's going to be something that just everyone picks up.
Everyone buys because it's 500 gold.
And so that's why we had the initial restriction of you have to be there to last hit, so that people just couldn't be stacking together and taking all the camps.
Okay.
So now we just made a different variation of it that should also reduce frustration.
Hopefully that helps out there. Other starter items to get looked at this patch as well. Sands of Time. It's going to have a bit of a change to its passive. It's going to increase MP5 per stack from 1.5 to 2.
So this should probably go together with all the other ones. So let's read all the other magical mage starter items.
We've got Vampiric Shroud as well, which is going to have its passive increased mana restored from 5 to 8 per enemy kill. And not only Vampiric Shroud, but Soulstone. Sorry, I missed that one off in between for some reason. Now heals 40 mana when consuming 5 stacks. So its mana increases for all the starting mage items.
Yes. So the big thing we found was Variation was so needed that even though some characters might want the extra health from Vampiric Shroud and Sustain, some people might want the extra damage potential from Soulstone.
What's really annoying about this Is people need more mana regen because every item has CDR.
Cooldown reduction, but mana regen was a big part of it, and so we still want to be kind of the premier
It's
mage mana regen item, and so that's why it got a buff as well to compensate, so it's not like overshadowed by all the rest. But all the other ones also got a little bit more mana return, so they're a little bit more usable for mid lane mages.
Okay. Next on the list is Shield of Regrowth, the final item in this patch notes this week. Shield
Healer's
of
getting
Regrowth is
hit.
going to get a couple of nerfs. First of all, the cost of this item is going to go up by 100 gold. It was 2,000.
minimal.
It's now going to be 2,100 gold.
Oh,
wow. Reduce the health on this item from 300 to 200.
Yeah. So Shield of Regrowth is kind of interesting because it's this really fun effect that a lot of self-healers like, characters like Thanatos can use it. Camazotz, you can also put it on Hell, you can also put it on Guan. Like, there's a lot of characters that can use it.
Yep.
And the big thing we noticed was the difference between building it and not building it determined whether a character was overperforming or doing, like, kind of middle-of-the-pack performance. Okay. And so this item alone was causing a lot of characters to be very, very good. And so we just want to tone that down a little bit so it's still an option for characters, but it's not going to be, like, you're not going to be good unless you build.
It's not core.
It's not core.
If you can help it.
Yeah, there's options. If you want to go more damagey, you can build more damage item in its place. You don't have to rush this to get the survivability and everything else that comes with it.
Okay, so there's a change to Shield of Regrowth as well. Next up then, we're on to God Balance already, and I'm looking if it's an alphabetical order. It might be, we'll see.
I think we did it.
We're getting there slowly.
You didn't point it out, but we definitely got all the aura items in order.
I don't care enough about those.
I care.
That
was like a point of focus when drafting these up.
God Balance is always the focus of making sure they're in order because people are like, oh, we've gone past S already, so that means there's no buffs to Susano or nerfs to Susano.
Yeah, that's fair.
Probably isn't this patch either. Let's find out. Bastet, open wounds. First of all, increase the damage from 15% to 20%. Now this is to factor in the pets no longer have backdoor protection.
Yeah,
right?
This was one of the two characters we adjusted this patch because of that change. Just give her a little bit more damage so she can kind of do what she needs to do as an assassin.
Okay. Next up after Bastet is Izanami. Izanami's going to get a small change this patch, which is the base damage decreased from 40 to 36, which means her basic attacks are a little bit less strong at the moment.
This is actually a change that happened right before Season 4.
Okay.
It was like one of the last changes of Season 3 where we upped her per damage scaling and her base. But now with Season 4, kind of how things have changed, new items, new meta strategies. The level 1 clear that 40 base power was providing was a little bit too high, so we're toning it down so other hunters have opportunities against her.
Awesome. Next up is Kuzumbo, the latest Guardian to enter the God's Realm for the time being. And a couple of changes here overall. General fixed progression on the stats page, showing it was as undefined. Water Bowl.
They don't buff the fuck out of this god.
The damage mitigation this passive provides. Next up is Shell Spikes, I believe, which is the first one. Can now be activated while Kuzumbo is under the effect of crowd control.
Yeah,
no
so
one cares.
this is one I probably want to pause on for a little bit, just because it has a lot of impact implications. Kuzumbo is a character that like a lot of people really, really like because his personality is so good, his art's so good, but there were balance concerns that he had of why would I pick him over other Guardians, and so he wanted to give him, like, make sure all his tools felt really good and had enough punch to make him this kind of brawly, in-your-face character. And one of the things was, if you got CC'd, you often couldn't get Shell Spikes out in time because you need to get it out because a huge burst was coming.
You're already dead because you were CC'd to high heaven.
Yeah, you were either CC'd or like, all the burst came and then you got to activate it, and so now players against Kuzumbo have to be kind of wary at all times.
Yeah, very careful. Have to do that. Not only that, though, Sumo Slam is also going to get a bit of a buff this patch. Its damage, which has gone from 65 to 185, is now going to be 80 to 200, so it's about 15 of rank by the looks of that one.
Yep.
And then on top of that...
That also has a top end because you can hit 3 times.
Oh,
that's also potentially 3 times higher.
So it's 600 at top end.
Yeah.
On the highest rank of that if you hit him.
Yeah, you had to push people through a whole bunch of minions or enemies, but yeah.
So to 600 damage on Sumo Slam at max rank, we'll see how that works out. But Watery Grave is having a bit of a change to it this patch as well. We're going to reduce the duration of this ability from 2.8 seconds to 2.1, which works out at 1 less maximum knock-up that he can do. We've increased the first hit damage on this ability, though. It was 60 to 220. It's now going to be 80 to 280. So it's about 20 in the early ranks and goes up to 60 in the later ranks here. And increased the per tick damage from 40 to 110 is now 40 to 140. We've also increased the movement speed of this ability as well from 35% to 45% and fixing an issue where Kuzumbo could be knocked up.
He literally CCs less now.
Yes. Lots of changes.
Is this the only change we're going to make it? Do we think we're just going to do it in baby steps as usual? Or do you reckon this is going to be enough?
My gosh,
I think overall this will be enough personally, just because he's a character that has a lot of good potential with being able to reflect damage back. He can push people out of position. He can knock people out of position. But he just wasn't contributing enough in like the late game in terms of the damage like a frontline kind of Guardian wants to.
Yeah.
And so now with the ultimate being shorter, as well as him being able to move faster during it, he can get his damage out way quicker because he essentially front-loaded his damage more. And then he can also be around knocking more people up during it. Even though it's less duration, he should be able to get to places where he needs to be. And so I think overall these changes will help push him at least in the right direction of helping him be a little bit more of a frontline Guardian.
Okay. After Cousin Bo, it's on to Noir. We said she was going to get a bit of love thanks to backdoor protections being removed on her clay minions. Shining Metal, increased magical power scaling from 50% to 65%. And also, when this is exploded with the minions involved, we've decreased the minion explode magical power scaling from 30% to 25% to factor in that.
Yeah, so this essentially makes Shining Metal just better on its own. It'll scale a little bit better on its own, and then when you combine it with the minions, it still has a higher top-end damage. I think even if you detonate all three, they don't actually work the way that they all just explode together. It's mainly the pen that they provide that gives all the damage. And so this should make her just more potent overall, which was the kind of change we wanted for someone that got backdoor protections removed.
Okay.
All right. Nua's is going to be the same, pretty much.
Yeah.
Is that God?
Yeah. This one I'm actually really excited for.
Okay. Why are you excited for it?
I don't know. I just like... There's something about characters that have like these high skill caps of like you have to know how to chain your auto attacks correctly and cancel properly. You have to land a whole bunch of skill shots and like sequence to actually do really well. There's something about these characters I just like.
Well, let's go through Osiris, shall we? Sickle Strike, first of all, increase the damage from 60 to 220 is now going to be 60 to 240, but the power scaling of this is going to go up by 10% as well, from 30%
Okay, interesting.
to 40%.
Very small change.
Spirit Flail as well, which is going to have the damage change on this as well. 80 to 280, it's now 70 to 290, so smaller bottom end, higher top end. But also the physical power scaling of this has gone up from 50% to 75%. Biggest focal points I can see is power scaling has gone up, so building more damage would allow more damage.
Yeah, it's essentially Osiris has a problem where his early game is really good, especially if you can cleave a lot of your auto attacks, you can poke effectively. And that's actually why, because he got extra scaling, his rate 1 of his Spirit Flail came down a little bit. But his top end is a little bit higher, so his build choices are a little bit varied. Right now you have to go like a chain-sized chainsaw, which doesn't give you enough defenses and doesn't really give you enough damage. You go pure tankiness, but then you're not contributing as much to the fight. So now he can build a little bit more damage in his kit. His build options are a little bit more open, and that should hopefully bring him a little bit more success in the late game.
Okay. Well, next up is Ratatoska. What's the focal point with Ratatoska right now?
I think the focal point for Ratatoska is to remove some of the kind of benefits, like free bonuses, like ease to land of his ultimate. Stuff like him getting reduced dark cooldown, making sure that like he can't just really dominate the early game jungle because he can buy the.
I'm glad he's getting nerfed, honestly.
All changes to like his functionality.
Okay, well, let's have a look at the functionality changes to Ratatoska.
Wow.
First of all, increase the cost
that doesn't
of
change
Acorn
anything.
Swiftness from 500 to 700.
This doesn't change anything.
Part of the Acorn, just so you know. The Acorn
doesn't change
itself remains at 1600 though at the top end. It's not going to be any sort of drop off there, so it's an extra 200 gold.
Yeah, it'll slow down. It'll slow down your ability to buy it as quickly in the jungle at the start.
Okay. And then on top of that, Dart, we've decreased the cooldown reduction from Flurry of and Acorn Blast from 2 seconds to 1 second.
Yes, this is a better change.
And not only that, through the Cosmos, the ultimate, reduced the landing radius from 20.
Better changes! Good nerfs!
So it's
Rat needed nerfs.
Big of a range where it can hit your whole team.
Yep, it can't hit your whole team. There's more juke potential.
Rat still does the same damage, just has less abilities.
That's what a lot of these things are.
Up every 5 seconds.
Ratatoska could dash in, and then he was kind of free to get a whole bunch of bonus and benefits. And then he could get out really quickly. He has to be a little more careful now. When he ults, he has to be a little bit more like cautious of where he's landing. And then when he's out early in the jungle, he can't rely on getting the Acorn as quickly as he currently is.
Okay. That's Ratatoska.
Now I will also miss Rat on you.
We're going to be looking at Sol as time went on after moving.
They're buffing Sol, calling it.
On her Disapparate. Well, these are some of the changes we're going to be looking at doing.
I've got your back.
We fixed an issue where this wasn't proccing on heal effects.
Hey, I'm moving on up.
We decreased the cooldown from 15 seconds to 13 seconds. But not only that, this used to heal 5-10 all the way up to 25%.
Oh, that's
at ranks as you level it.
No, that's pretty good.
25% at all ranks now, to try and give it a little bit more sustain. Because
this one's kind of a we talked about this before on the show, but like this double scaling factor where it's 5% at rank 1, but your health is also 600 at like the early levels of the game, and so you're not healing that much. And that scales at 25, and your health's getting bigger, so it's this double scaling factor. And especially because it's missing health, which means you have to be low to really get any benefit from this. We just want to make it 25% at all ranks, so it still has this additional tool.
And not only that, we're going to touch Supernova as well here. You can see at the bottom, increase the damage of successive hits from 20% to 30%. So a 10% damage increase for more damage being done from Supernova.
Yeah, these are all targeted to give
I'm trying to think if this is going to make Soul play it all the time. I don't think it is.
Sustain, her ultimate damage if she actually lands a whole
Thank you for the sub, bro.
People, it's going to do a lot
Thank
more.
y'all.
And not focus on like increasing Stellar Burst damage, which can be a point of frustration if it gets too strong. And so this should help Soul.
I don't think Soul's going to be played that much, though. I really like, maybe people will play her because of the buff and not because she's good.
On this list, and we're going to be looking at her
What are you doing?
Here. A lot of changes overall with Terra going backwards and forwards with nerfs, and now, well, there's a bit of a change here. We'll talk about this one through after.
Ooh, that's burst damage.
Monolith could be damaged by minions or jungle monsters, as well as Monolith now deals 70 to 200 damage immediately when broken by force of nature.
That's actually really cool.
The damage per tick from 15 to 35 to 10 to 18. Okay, so overall, just explain this for me. There's a burst component on impact now, as well as
they buffed the damage, which is good. That's awesome.
Because you've got a burst.
The double subs, let's go. Thank you guys.
If you were to stand in all the dot, you would actually take.
Gonzo, thank you for the sub, man. And be Foreign Daddy or
really makes it so that like you can.
In Daddy? I don't know. Daddy, thank you for the sub.
It's kind of this weird thing where Terra's been really valued for her heal component really heavily. That heal component kind of made her this ult bot, and for a character that has this passive that lets you brawl really effectively, you have stuns, you can control people. She just didn't have kind of like enough team fight damage that was coming out.
I like the Terra damage. I like it.
Bringing back some of the heal components that we nerfed previously.
I've got your back.
Her a little bit more of that brawly direction where she can have.
What the fuck is going on?
Especially because she punches through that thing, explodes and roots you.
What's happening?
Damage immediately, so it kind of makes.
P.O Creed, thank you for the sub, man. What are you guys doing?
That's a little look at Terra and the end of the patch notes. Not really this one more.
Yeah, we have one more.
Tough is also on this list for a little bit of a balance change.
Nerf
this patch.
Nerf the stun. Nerf the damage.
Evade and punish now stops on the first enemy god hit. Does that mean it doesn't penetrate anymore?
Oh, it doesn't stun through 8 people.
Yes.
Rejoice.
Yeah, this one was there was a lot of proposed kind of fixes that were going to be like talked about and people were just kind of throwing around. And I think the one that we
not enough,
really
but it's a start.
I've got your
good
back.
nerf.
Because we saw that Thoth was really struggling. We added the stun component, and we saw that players who, especially
patch note subtrain,
were doing now okay.
Thank you, Pat.
Performing okay, kind of within like what other characters do. Players who were still struggling with him were generally players who were newer to him or just weren't as experienced. And so for hard mage, that kind of makes sense. But the absolute top end that it was causing, where like you could stun through 3 people and stun the whole enemy team, that's something that's generally reserved.
Yeah, that was fucking stupid.
You have to get really close, or it has to be an ultimate ability.
Well, that happened in our rank game.
Relatively low cooldown dash.
We got triple stunned and lost a fucking game off of it.
Extreme top end is now limited.
So it'll stun one person and deal damage to the first person it hits, but if it's through minions, it will pass through all the minions and still hit a god at the end potentially as well.
That's exactly how it'll work.
Awesome. And that's a little look at Toth and the final god that got changed this patch.
That is actually all the balanced patch notes.
It's not been a bad patch.
Yeah, we hit rituals, a few items, changed some aura stuff, a whole bunch of god balance changes. I think overall it's pretty solid.
And you guys did see as well, there's sort of a few things planned for the next patch as well, 4.4. You saw AJ tweeting about that to do with things like Jean-Qui and things.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever these balance patches are coming out, there's generally like a plan, like 4 or 5 patches kind of ahead of time of like loose goals that want to be hit. And one of the ones that was being discussed was a Jean-Qui buff, and that ended up going to 4-4.
Oh, we'll see that in 4 as well. But a lot of nice changes coming in this patch as well. Your favorite thing, Pom Pom?
I think the Osiris change. I just like the idea that this mechanically challenging character might see a little bit more play.
These patch notes are over. We've got a badass ZEUS skin, a badass GUAN skin. The ZEUS is better though. Hate to say it. You've got a new game mode that we're gonna play on stream for sure. I don't know if you'll be able to do custom games in it. It didn't seem like you could. It seemed like they only wanted like the ranked queue into it. If there's custom in it, we'll do viewer games. If there aren't, I'll probably just play with the squad and see if we can farm some kids. And then we got Soul being average still, Rat getting a slight nerf, which is needed. None of the other gods were changed too drastically. I think you'll probably see the same amount as everybody. The backdooring stuff is the best for the lower level rank. So your lower level rank games, you won't get Scottied every fucking game, because I know that does happen. So that's always good. That's always a positive.